what does it look like working with a visionary between being a founder visionary and, that second, third, fourth, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a family member that took over, but how is the flavor of the interaction different there? And what could you maybe advise a listener, a leader, to be aware of so that they can approach it with maybe a more nuanced perspective?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. I know how you said one of the things you said was they don't report to anybody, like they're not accountable to anybody. Well, in my opinion, if you want to have a good company, a successful company, I think that there has to be a level of humility in the visionary to allow the integrator or operator to hold you accountable.
100%. Yeah.
And if you are, not willing to do that, you're never going to have a good relationship, right? Because the integrator operators are going to be frustrated, right? Because you're not allowing them to speak into your life. And, for example, I have a client right now who, the visionary missed the L10 2 weeks in a row. And he told me, like it sucks when he's not there. And I said, well, you need to talk to him, right? Like put it on the issues list. Like right now, put it on your issues list, same page meeting, L10 attendance, and you need to talk to him, right? Because if you need him there, you need to say something about it, right? And he did. And, that visionary is awesome. Like he's a friend of mine and, he responded well and he's like, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I know you're right. I need to be there. Right. It's the most important meeting for my team each week. And I need you to, you need that, right? The visionary needs that voice of reason type person in their life. Particularly if they don't have a coach, like they should have, I think every visionary should have a coach of some kind that's speaking life into you and challenging you and, not just allowing you to go down the rabbit trail or whatever direction you want to go. Like we all should have a coach.
I agree. Every successful leader and he's one of the co-founders of System and Soul, Chris White. I know a lot of people in the EOS community know him. But he talks about you need a framework, some guiding principles. You need a peer group. So people sort of travelers for the journey that can hold you accountable and help you and encourage you. And then you need a coach. And he says, I've never met, and he's worked with like $1 billion companies and everything, down to $1 million. Like he's helped so many people. And he says, every really successful person I've seen and leader has those three things. So I think you're 100% like spot on, whether they get you, they get me, they get somebody else, but
it doesn't matter. Like
you can't really argue with
everybody, right?
People with coaches versus people without, like what their success and their growth rate is. Cause it doesn't, wouldn't you say it accelerates their ability to realize their potential?
Cause we all have blind spots.
Oh, for sure.
Right. And here's the biggest advice for visionaries. The danger is everyone might be intimidated by you. Like you may not feel like you're intimidating, but everyone most likely in your organization is intimidated by you. And they will
stepping on my toes.
They will not challenge you, most likely. Not all the time. Like if you have people in your organization that will challenge you, you don't realize how blessed you are. Right. But I've experienced so many organizations where the visionary will never get challenged. Right. And somebody that's employed by you might never challenge you, but your coach will.